All right, we streaming. We streaming. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, good evening. Beast Mode Brandon back again. You know what it is. 1K a day is the goal. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hopefully, you guys are having a blessed Thursday. Just so you guys know, tomorrow we live trading. You got friends or family, feel free to send me a message. I'll send you the link to get them in there. I just like to share what we do, right? Reason why is because when I very first started trading, or I should say the inconsistency aspect of it, it took me finding my tribe, and it took me 3 years, right? But realistically, the three things I preach is that proper risk management, following your plan, and staying consistent. Without any of those three right there, you're going to fail. Trust me. It took me 3 years. I repeat, 3 years. And I will not let that happen to you. But don't be stubborn like me. You know what I'm saying? Do not be stubborn. So I appreciate your guys' time. We're going to go over everything that I call out and how to make money with us tomorrow in the live trading session. Like I said, friends and family, feel free to let them in, kind of see what we do. It builds confidence, and that's how we roll. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, just shoot me a message. We get them squared. It's a vibe inside the mastermind, right? And we believe in generational wealth. We DeFi currency group, meaning that we don't just trade stocks, options. We don't just trade futures. We just don't trade crypto. We trade it all, and we all trade together where we link arms. You know what I'm saying? So let's roll with it. All right. So let me do my part first real quick. Give me about 15, 20 minutes, and then I will open it up. Try not to take too much of your time tonight. I know on Tuesdays we've been taking like an hour and a half. And I value your time. So let's dive in right now. If you have any questions, whether it's on what I'm going over now or if it's not related to any of this, but it's something to do with trading, hold those thoughts till about 9:30, and then I will give you your time to ask me whatever you want. Troy, what's going on, boss? You got something real quick or what?
Hey man, let's say what's up to you and everyone. How you doing?
Okay, good, good,
I
good.
gotta tell Mahad I've been researching the AI, so I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to you about it. My bad.
Now you good. Now you good. So we do it a little bit different now. So save your questions for 9:30. All right. All right. Let me share my screen. Let's see here. Where we at? All right. You guys see the coloring book or what? Everybody see the coloring book?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see? All right. Perfect. Perfect. There's Mr. Meyer. What's up, man? That's trouble. We gotta put him in timeout. He acts up sometimes. All right. Let's roll with it. All right. One of the staples you hear me say every single day: floor and ceiling. Right? We use AI to generate everything that we trade. AI makes trading way more simplified. Within that, we got custom AI tools that we do use. It is very, very beneficial. But one of the things I go to first is our mastermind scoreboard, right? Within that scoreboard, I'm on the hour time frame. I believe everything starts trending on the hour in institutional standpoint, 30 minutes, the big boy charts. So I like to see my trend on the higher time frames. So when I come into day trading tomorrow, I'll definitely want to be trading that, right? So to me, that's something that I want to keep my eye on. You know what I mean? And that's just something I go every single day. If anybody is in the live room with me on a daily basis, we are very, very consistent and very, very good at what we do. So first things first, right? The reason I'm going over this, we're going to tie it all together. The first thing, the floor and ceiling is one of my staples, right? I've been preaching it, trading it for over 4 years. It is very powerful, very, very powerful, and very, very powerful, right? But, you are not going to succeed with it until you stay consistent with it and you use proper risk management. Remember the very first thing on that call that I said? I'm always going to drill that into your head. So you see our trend over here on the very right hand side. You see like strong sells and strong buys. Coming into tomorrow, this is what's going to give me a bias, right? So every day, new folks come in. I give them 4 stocks to keep an eye on each and every morning. I believe quality is better than quantity. So if you can come in and focus on 2 to 4 stocks a day, your mind is not rolling and you're not all over the markets. You know what I'm saying? So That is very, very beneficial, like I said, in my opinion. So that's just me. All right. Anyway, that's where I get this from. Then we bring it over to another chart that I'm going to squeeze right here. So coming into today, you do see I got this handy dandy notebook. I got about 2 years of concrete data. I'm old school. I like my good pens and I like to write things down. But I do need to upload it to the digital world. But you know me. So one of the things we're looking at today, we just want to pop on Google, right? So every single day I come in here and we just want to, the higher the time frame, the more realistic the probability is. So as you see this right here, Google has a 66% probability when it breaks up and has a 63% probability when it breaks down. That's not good. You know what I mean? If you come into SPY and you see SPY has a 91 and 95, do me a favor. Are you trading SPY or are you trading Google? Throw it in the chat right now. Make sure you guys are all paying attention and you guys are all awake. Are you trading SPY every single day as your cash cow? Or are you trading Google? It should be a no-brainer. All right? It should be a no-brainer. We all should be saying SPY. You're absolutely correct. Now, this is the catch. When you take AI and bring it to the equation, it triumphs this. So if I got SPY on the AI scanner or the scoreboard, like we just said, because it compiles a whole bunch of data and matches it into a chart, right? If it compiles that, then I'm looking at it. So today, I was confident to trade Google. What did we say we wanted to do today with Google with an L? We said if it breaks the floor. All right, Brandon, you're going way over my head right now. All right, so real quick, I'm not going to go too deep into teaching. I'm just going to share with you the things I call out on the live trading room so that if you come into tomorrow, you'll be able to manage and make some money with us, right? So if we say Google breaks the floor, first things first, we let the first little bit of the market open up, right? The open was right here. Goes up, goes down, then it creates our box, right? You see our top line is our ceiling. Our bottom line is our floor. Everyone asks me the same question all the time. If we break the ceiling by a couple cents, we technically violate it, right? If we violate it, that is something that I'm willing to take my money and take calls. You see over here how we broke the ceiling to the upside? That is a trigger. You're going to hear me say ceiling break, ceiling break, ceiling break on the live call, right? If we roll over and we break the floor, you're going to hear me and a couple others say floor break because I've had people trading with me for 8 years, for 6 years, for 4 years, and they never left. You know, why don't they ever left? Because we do this consistently. We do this daily. And we obviously do what we do each and every morning. So tomorrow when you come into the live call, real quick, like I said, if it breaks the ceiling, right, you're going to take the ceiling break. If it breaks the floor, you're going to take the puts or the sells. You take it one step further, like I said, use the AI scoreboard, right? The mastermind scoreboard, AI, like I said, compiles this. And now we have a much higher probability, right? So now, if we're waiting on Google to break the floor, guess what happens? We're taking our puts right here. We break the floor, and where's our target, right? If you're trading without a stop loss or a target and you don't know what you're doing, then your back's up against the wall. We don't want to do that. We are professional traders inside the mastermind, what we do, right? So in order to, in the beginning of the call, we said we follow our plan, right? If we follow our plan, we want to hold it till it gets close to this purple line. Everybody's following me right now. You guys are still up. Give me a 1 in the box right now. If we break the ceiling like we broke yesterday or 2 days ago, it got close to that purple line. I'm classifying that as a winning trade. Why do I believe in this? Why do I share these stocks every single morning? I see a comment in the box. You say, well, where do we share these? All right, check it out. If you come in here to the Discord, every single day where the alert tab is, you click on alerts, right? And you come up here and you see, where are we at? You're going to see something just like this. Rise and shine. I am watching BABA and Microsoft. I'm watching GLD and UPS for floor breaks. What we're just talking about right now, floor breaks, we just went over that, right? Ceiling breaks, we just went over that. That's all you're doing, right? That is all you're doing. And you know how to have 4 stocks loaded up on a chart because a couple Tuesdays ago in our advanced call, I showed you how to bring up the spark charts for the options. So the futures traders know how to trade off the DOM. The stock option players, you can do the same exact thing. If you missed this class, just go to the Facebook group and type in Brandon Harbaugh and you can see active trader stock options so that you can get prepared, right? So you can watch 4 different stocks and you're ready to go. This is specifically for 2 stocks. Anyway, back to this. You're going to hear me say floor ceiling break on multiple stocks, and that's simply what we're waiting for. We're waiting here patiently, waiting for something to break, and then we go about our business, right? That's one thing you're going to hear us call in the live trade tomorrow. Like I said, you have friends or family that want to come in and see it, man, like I said, send me a message. We'll get them in there to see what we do, because we like to do this on a live call together, all right? Next thing you're going to hear us call, all right? You're going to see this coloring book in the room, but like I said, I simplified things to make it easier for all of us. This is going to be the next chart right here. Someone give me a random symbol in the box real quick. Someone give me a random symbol. Type it in the box or come on the mic. What do you guys want to look at? What, Mike?
QCOM.
Mike,
You and QCOM every single week.
I love it.
Huh?
I like it.
All right. Yeah, I do too. All right. So remember what we talked about. Our trend builds out on the hour time frame, right? But if we're day trading, we're going to something smaller. I'm going to show you this reasoning why, because you're going to hear me call other kind of trades out, and I want you to understand why I'm calling these trades out. So first off, I start at the 5-minute chart, right? And you're going to see something where you're going to see these lines right here. We call them order flow. When you get that cross to the downside, you got the order flow to the downside. You're looking for puts. When the line is above it and that shield is green, our order flow is then to the upside, right? We call this our boogie system, right? Because we like to name everything, because that's how we have fun when we're trading. So what we're looking for on a 5-minute chart, right? I'm looking at the trend on the 5-minute time frame, and on the 5-minute time frame, then I'm going to a smaller time frame. What's nice about this, right? If I take QCOM and we are day trading, you can come here on the 2-minute time frame and 1-minute time frame. Doesn't mean that you are trading from that, because guess what? If you come over here to your ledger, you can see what the 5-minute and the 15-minute time frame is doing. All right. So now what you do, a very simple yet very powerful approach that I've actually been trading this way for over 6 years, and you see us do this live together every single morning. All right. Here first things in the morning, right here, our order flow is green. So you're going to see us get a push up, wait for us to come back down, and you can't really see it, but let me zoom in so that you can see it. And this right here would be a reversal arrow, right? Look what happens. We like when price comes down, comes up, and when this candle closes, we will take a call right here, and this will be my stop out, right? Guess what happens? If this little bit's my stop out, this little bit right here is my take profit. Now, this trade actually would have happened to play out right here at 174. It hit a high of 174.60. So ideally, you probably would have managed about 15 to 20% ROI on that move. Not a great grand slam, but when you day trade, those little 10 to 30% ROI trades add up. Now, keep this in mind. When this candle closes right here and you put your stop loss right there, if it moves a direction of your 1-to-1, you're going to hear me say, I'm going risk-free. I'm putting a trail stop in place. That means it is impossible for me to take a loss. All right, bummer. I just got stopped out for 5, 10, 15%, right? Then, now you get your order flow that comes to the downside. You see how we make the cross here? We got that reversal arrow up. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for this reversal arrow, and we're waiting for this candle to close. Guess what? This would be our stop out, right? Does your stop ever get hit? Nope. If you measure this, I'm going to say, well, right down here, I might go risk-free on that trade. And guess what? Once again, you can see the share price, 85. Down here, that's about 60 cents. You would have got half your delta. Your delta's 50 cents per contract. There's about a 20, 25 cent winner, right? Once you get to the big boy account and you trade multiple contracts, you can put a couple contracts back up here and let ride, because you see this move right here, and everybody wants to take a part of that. I'd say 1 out of 4 trades, you get this big move right here. But the thing is this, consistently winning trades is what's going to help grow your account. It feels good when you win, so that's why I want you to keep taking profits on this little 1-to-1 move. Now, you can always get back in again. There's always another trade. We get a pullback. What do we have right here? We got that reversal arrow. You're going to hear me say we're getting a boogie put. Here will be our stop out. Look what happens. Now you get a grand slam. And you might not get stopped out till right here. You might get stopped out right there, and that's what you're going to hear. So when you hear us call tomorrow, we're going to say a boogie call or boogie put. That's exactly what we're talking about. Mike always trades QCOM. We don't. We'll trade ES or MQ. If you look at the Discord today, what do we say? What do we say to keep an eye on? Once again, we're using the scoreboard. Let me just double check with you guys real quick. And you see this right here. All right. I'm scalping ES and CL. All right. So that means I'm pulling up ES and CL, and I'm taking trades on the future side. So whether you trade stock options or futures, you can do exactly the same thing. All right. Now let me ask you this. Let's bump this up again. All right. You see here on a 2-minute time frame, here is the market open, right? Price comes down, comes back up. This right here would have been a loss. All right, guess what? We took a loss. You take your trade right there. It's important to know we do not win every single trade. That's why risk management, because that's your stop out. You'd want to hold it for a high there, a break on a high. But you also would have got a, if you waited for the morning session right here. I mean, if you traded pre-market, you got a grand slam and you done for the day. But now check it out. Once we got this cross to the downside, what are we looking for? Are we looking for calls? Or are we looking for puts? Put it in the box for me real quick. We looking for calls or are we looking for puts? Man, see, look, you guys are all rock stars. So now tomorrow, when we all be trading tomorrow, we're going to be making some money. Now check it out. Look what happens. Now we get the puts. We wait for price to come down, come back up right here into our cloud. Here, see that reversal arrow right there? When that candle closes, here's our put. There's our stop out. There's our 1-to-1. So now if we entered here and we took a loss here, that's 59. That's 48. That right there, one contract is about negative. If you trade a full ES, that's about negative $400. All right. Man, Brandon, what happened? I took a loss. Hey, am I concerned with that? Absolutely not. Right. Now check it out. Then you take your trade here and your entries at 37, down there at 27. Guess what? Right here, you're back your $400. But you put your stop out, right? You take that trade and you move your stop out to a little bit right there in a trail. This thing doesn't end up stopping you out to maybe down here. So now check it out. Based off the boogie put, which we did call this morning, right? Because we typically trade 9:30 to 11:30. We called this trade out right there. If you took this one right there at 36, down here at 26, there's $500. Down here at 16, that's $1,000. Down here at 6, that's $1,500. Now, you mean to tell me there's a potential, right, from your entry here all the way down there, there's a $1,500, right? But if you just trade one contract, you can't be mad getting stopped out down there because guess what? A 50% win rate, you're still net profitable. And that's something you're going to hear us call tomorrow on our live call. I typically watch ES and SPY, Qs, and Amazon, as well as Tesla, right? But you guys are rock stars. The last thing you're going to hear us call on the room, right? You're going to hear us call a Swing Master Pro call or a put or a call, right? Come here to the 5-minute time frame. And you're going to see something just like this, right? You take your first buy. Here's your stop out. Guess what? You got TP1, TP2, TP3. There's one winner. Here's your sell. There's your stop out. Here be TP1, TP2, TP3 down there. So this sell actually played out very good. And that actually happened on a 5-minute time frame at 10:10 this morning. We got a sell right here. So in this example, our stop out would have been 42. Up here, you see the red line. You see where it says stop loss? It already tells us what we're doing. So 55 entries at 42. This right here would have been about a $600 stop loss. But if you're going to lose $600, then you want to make $600 right here. And this is a situation where, guess what? In this example, this is what we do. And you're going to hear me say, I'm going risk-free in this trade. So we get our put trader here. There's our stop out. Price comes down, price comes down. All right, guys, I'm going risk-free. Well, I'm moving my stop loss from right here and bringing it down to about right here. Price keeps going down. I'm moving it. I might get stopped out right there. Took this trade. I did not get stopped out down there because I was green for the day. I did get a piece of that. And I tell you this, when you're green, that's a good day. But if you would have done this, if this would have been my first trade, then this would have been a situation where 44 would have got stopped out maybe about 18, 20. Guess what? That right there is over $1,000 trade. You know what we say? 1K a day, that is the goal, right? That is the goal. And today was a day that was able to do that. I think today it wasn't a bad day at all. So When you hear us call calls or puts on Swingmaster Pro, that's exactly what we're doing. So tomorrow, coming into the room, we solely day trade, right? There's one more thing that you're going to hear us call, and we're going to call it, we call it our Spy Crusher. We go on a 15-minute time frame. Someone give me another stock. Let me see what else people put. Nikki
Microsoft.
All right, go ahead, Troy. What do you got?
Microsoft.
All right, MSFT. So what do? This is our reversal system. All right. It is very powerful. And me, Mike, and Jamar, we working on something that is going to give us something to build in trend lines. And let me explain why, right? So you see these arrows right here, right? This is a reversal. This is a reversal. This is a reversal. This is a reversal. That's a reversal. That's a reversal, right? In the first couple hours of the morning, I like to take my first and second reversals, right? Sometimes you'll see in the Discord, you'll see Jamar say there's certain times that he likes to trade, and this would be a good example to do that, right? Today, if you take in a reversal trade, here's your reversal arrow. Your first one on the day, there's your put entry. Previous structure will be your stop loss, and now check it out. Is that a nice juicy winner to the downside, or is it not? That's a grand slam. So you'll hear us say a Spy Crusher call or a Spy Crusher put, because we like to name everything, and the reason why, because to me it's fun when you name things. You see me and Mike always saying Moonshot Scott and Swing King. It's just, hey, we just having fun while we do this, right? Keeps things interesting. So someone give me another symbol. Let me see what else they put. Coin and pins I see. So now check out coin. All right, what do we get on our first or second reversal arrow? Coin, you would have taken your 15-minute put right here. There would have been your stop out. That was a nice short right there. Or I probably would have went risk-free right there, because you know me, I'm a sucker for quick profits, right? Pins, we'll check pins out. Pins would have given us the reversal call. First 15-minute, you would have taken a call there, and your stop out would have been right there. You would have got nicked out. Then you would have taken your put right there, stop out there, and you would have got your grand slam. A lot of times, you're going to see us come down to these levels, right? We're going to come down to these levels at the AI Lotto low and high. Get this reversal arrow. That is a solid level right there, and you could take it right there. But for me, I'm not trading at the end of the day. I like to get our money and roll with it. TSM real quick. TSM, we got a buy right here. You can put your stop out right there. I don't know if this would be enough for you to go 172.67. I mean, that's about 75 cents. You could have got a risk-free trade or a break even. Then you would have got, now remember, this is just one technique. Then you would have got your put trade right there. If we were trading it on a smaller time frame, based on the boogie, because we just like to have fun with it, you would have taken, you would have got your short entry here, Swingmaster Pro, and your short. There's your stop out, grand slam. You got a reset right there, stop out, another winner, and at that point, I'd be done. After 12, I am not trading no more, because based on history, years and years of data, typically I'm East Coast time from 9:30 to 11:30 or 12. We typically get enough movement for us to go risk-free into a trade. Typically from 12 to 2, people they say they go on lunch, but the market typically does trade more sideways. And then from 2 to 4, you'll get that catapult up or the sell off to the downside. Typically, does it always have to happen? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? So if we have news to dictate that, right? If we have news to dictate that, then you could trade all day long. So like when we have news or volatility in the markets, then we could trade all day long. So that's what you're going to get tomorrow on the live call. So if you guys ready to make some money, come on the call, then we should be good, right? All right, how do you say your stops on a contract price? I know the UL stock price, but the contract price varies. Rhonda was explaining the 5-10 cent trail difference for a $4 contract. That will be $400 with a 380 trail stop, with a 360 stop. Is that correct? Is there a way to set that quick automatically when you enter, or is there a manual stop? All right, so this is the thing. I'll show you real quick, but I have a video for you. It's actually inside the Facebook group. Jamar, you could tag them in it if you want, or I can tag you as soon as the call's over. We bring this chart up right here, right? So how you get this? All right, so how you get this is you pull up a grid, all right? All right, yes, mine's set up the same way. All right, perfect. So this is what you do. So when you enter the trade, right, on the contract, let me pull up a valid contract. Let's just say, where's my TOS at? Let's say we are going into, what contract did you say? TSM. All right, TSM. So let's just take a look at tomorrow's contract or something right here. We're going to copy this, right? Copy, right click it, copy, come back to that same exact chart that we had. You come in your Spark chart, right? And you want to press Control V on the keyboard and press enter. So what this does is this looks like candlesticks, but this is the actual option price movement. So you go back to your charts, right? Or first things first, this is the actual the contract price. If you come over here and you do a trigger or you just do a single, you can change your quantity to 1, 2, how much ever contracts you trade on your account, right? You press buy market, you see right there how that lights up. If you press buy market, that's going to buy you a call. One click, you're into the trade, right? If you press sell market, one click, you're going to be into a put right here, right now. All right. If you like that, you can do either or. And then once you get into the trade, I can't really simulate it right now, but I do have videos that show you in a live market. What's going to happen is when you click it, this will be yellow right here, right? If you're in a call, right, this will be yellow, or if you're in a put, it's going to be yellow. Let's just say this is a call because we bought it, all right? If we're in a call, what you can do is you can come down over here and click any of these boxes, and if you click this box right here, you can put a stop loss in, so that's your hard stop, right? Or you can do another way, which I like to do. You change it from single, and you do it to you do it to trigger with brackets. So when you're buying something and the contracts are $6, you can put $1 up and $1 down. So if you bought it right here, it's going to have a stop loss order right here, and it's going to have a take profit order, TP. Sorry about that. It's going to have a take profit order there. Now on the chart, you left click it and you can drag it up or you can drag it down, right? I always drag it up and then I move my stop loss and put it wherever previous structure is, right? To give you an example with what we just talked about, since we're talking about TSM, all right, we said we would have liked to take puts and we could back test what we would have got. This put trade right here at 10:32 a.m. and our stop out would have been at the 10:26 candle, right? So you see that 10:26 would have been our stop loss. This would have been our entry. If the share price is 170, we're probably taking the 167.50 puts. So let's check it out, and we can accurately see what we were looking at today. So 167.50. Right click it again, press copy, come back on over here, and let's paste this in the box. Control V. All right. So here's your example. Just for clarification again, we would have got this put, Boogie and Swing Master at the same exact candle at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time is 10:30, 10:30, 10:30. All right, 10:30 is right here. Right here at 48 cents. All right, that right here is 10:30, 10:25, 10:31. You probably would have got filled about 60 cents actually, right? Then we said, where's our stop out at? All right, so we go back to the chart again. The 10:28, 10:29 candles are stop out. Your stop out would actually be right here. So if you enter this trade at 60 cents, your stop out's going to be 47 cents, Darren. Then look what happens. In the matter of, right? Let me go back to the chart. In the matter of 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, at about 10:48, 10:50, you're probably looking to secure profits. 10:48, 10:50, price is up here at 90 cents. You entered at 60 cents. Your stop out's at 47. You're risking 13 cents, and you're actually up about 40 cents right there. So that's one of the reasons why I love stock options, right? Hopefully that helps you a little bit, but that's how you can do it on the option, right? What we just talked about, if you did a single, it's going to show your order is right here. If you do a trigger with brackets, obviously you can't do $1 on this because the contracts are 60 cents, but you can do your limit is your take profit. Your stop out is you can change this to whatever you want it to be, right? So if I plus it because my stop loss is going to be negative 0.50, so that what this would do, negative 50 cents, positive $1. This is going to put my stop out way down here, and this would be my take profit would be way up here. Now you just one click it, move it up to right where you want it to put your stop out, That's your line in the sand, Darren. And then you have your take profit up there. So as price keeps moving up, you can move your profit from here, put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there. And look, think of this. You put $600 in this today, and it went to $1,800. That ain't a bad return. You know what I'm saying? You get that info off the chart super fast. I don't have those, so I'm not efficient at reading them. Appreciate you explaining it. No worries, bro. Just trying to answer your question that you had. So, yeah, absolutely. Let me see right here. Can you explain the difference in the amount of the AI, the high, low on the chart to the right and AI? Mike Williams. Hey, you come off the mic real quick. Are you
Yes,
have?
sir.
All right, hey.
Yes.
All right, so we got questions now. So we went over what we're going to expect in the live room tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys these next 30 minutes to ask questions. So, Mike, you up. So explain that a little bit better for me, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So when you go to the chart and then you have your the AI Lotto data to the right. I don't
Here?
see it on the chart. Oh, there you go. So where it says AI Lotto High, it seems to be a different price than the flag.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, all right. So this right here gives us a high target to be fully exhausted, right? And these flags right here have nothing to do with these in the box, and the reason why is because when you trade like SPX with me and Mike in the mornings, how we're getting our contracts and strikes like SPX, we're getting these tags right here, and that's the contracts that we're trading. So it's not just one contract, right? Or I should say, each morning it's universal. So this just tells us the contracts get loaded up. This actual price tells us that if we start pushing down or accelerating up, this is the absolute farthest you're typically going to see the market run, and it's going to be fully exhausted either way.
Got it. Okay. I see the difference.
You follow me? And then the percent right here mirrors, right? The percent mirrors these right here. So you see how we hit the 100% line? That's because we come down and we hit this 55.63. See how we broke underneath it right here?
Yep.
And that's why it's at 100%. So quick reading, you just look at it and say, well, if we're at 4% and this is at 25%, this typically that's more of a bullish move in favor to keep an eye on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. We got it. Okay.
That's a good question though, bro. I like that.
Sure.
Brandon,
Okay.
do you share all these indicators?
Yes, sir. If you mastermind, you good. This specific one, we share this one right here, which is the same exact thing as the bottom one you're seeing. But me and Jamar and Mike, we were just fine tuning it, and it is ready. It is just about ready to be released. So hey, if you in the mastermind, not the light. If you in the mastermind, you should be good.
Yeah, is that the money line?
What? No, sir.
Yeah,
This
these look
this
the
right here
different.
is the same thing, Troy. That is it's the same thing that's on this chart right here, but so it's our boogie system right here. You see how we got our double lines right here?
So that's what you've been working on, huh?
Yeah, bro. I try to make it. I
Been
wanted to
working
get
on.
everything all in one so that I could do it. So like now, hear me out. Now, when you go to a swing trade on the hour or 2 hour time frame, guess what? We still got our reversal arrows. We know what we're doing. If I'm super aggressive, like say Jamar's like, yo, B, I like this trade. I will never take the trade until it gets above our entry line, like right here. And that's a super aggressive trade. That's like a trade against a trend, which I typically wouldn't do. But I do like trades that when the candles are green, I'll take this call right there. I would take this call. I would take this call. I would take this call. I love when we get a huge pullback, and I'm going to take the next call in SPX. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no problem. What do you think about Microsoft for a nice long leap? Because they have earning coming up in October. I put it to ChatGPT, and it gave me a straddle for 420 call and 430 puts, or 420, 420, I think he gave me. And it looked like a very strong momentum because earning is coming up.
Yeah. So, um, what I think about this. So, all right, if I'm looking at this, I mean, if you zoom out and look at, man, why does that keep doing that? Why does that keep doing that? Let me delete that. All right, so if you're looking at this on a longer time frame, I mean, predominantly, I'm bullish on Microsoft. However, I do see us having red candles, right? And if you put this in the scoreboard, it's and for everybody else too, if you put this on the scoreboard right here, Swing Master Pro is built into it as well right there. So you can look at all this right on the scoreboard as well. But if you see the candles are red, to me, I mean, look what happens. Like when the candles are red, we typically get a push down. When the candles are green, we typically get a push up. The candles are red right here. So, and we just got a reversal, which, oh man, it's hard for me to say that. You know what I mean? I could definitely take a strangle on this for sure, but with earnings coming up, that's a little too hard to forecast for me real quick. And the reason why is because if you do something like this, which we have like a trend line break right here, then I'd be super bullish. And then we just broke underneath it. So like I would dictate a line right here, and I would probably think we're going to keep coming down until we break out of that. And then I would be a little bit more confident to take some calls. But I can't take calls, especially for elite, if we got if we got that reversal error right there, bro. Like we got one down, and that's not too promising. I would take a leap if we got one that's like right here to the upside or to the upside. But there's just too many things that's conflicting me right now. So me personally, I personally wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? And if I wanted to jump the gun, I would come on a smaller time frame, like the 4 hour or the 2 hour time frame. And even, look, everything's pointing down. You know what I'm saying? So what's nice about this now, if over on the ledger, the reversal arrow, it tells you now it's red or green. So if it's red, you know you got a short reversal arrow. Everything right here telling me on the 4 hour, it is ripe to take a short. Like, you know what I mean? So for me to take a call leap, that's kind of hard for me. But in the end, I am more dominantly bullish on Microsoft than bearish. You know what I'm saying?
And he gave me a target, and he also said if you pull back at like 390, 400, jumping for a long on a call, it also gave me the option for that one too.
Yeah, see,
Nice
that's the thing.
pullback.
So, like, hear me out. A lot of times, right? A lot of times, if price is breaking down and then pushes up, and then comes back down, and then bounces up right there, this pattern right there, the W or the H, whatever you want to call it, everybody has a different name for it. That is almost a confirmed bottom that's in place. Let me try. All right, so like here's an example. Here we were pushing down, right? We were pushing down right here. We got a trend line break. We came up. We broke it. Here we pushing down. But guess what? You have this huge. I mean, whether you trade FVGs, this would be a huge support for me without an FVG, right? Now check it out. We see price come up. We come right back down, right to our smart price line right here, and it bounces. This right here would be a confirmed long for me, and I put my stop loss right there. But that's that pattern where it's like comes down, comes up, and then it takes off again. So if history repeats itself, I think like we in this part right here. Now the problem is I don't want to catch a falling knife. Now if you buy a leap and you buy your call right there, right, and price comes down, yeah, you negative for a little bit, but I personally would like to wait for, like, if I were to be aggressive, I need this reversal arrow entry right there. You know what I'm saying?
No problem. And it's right around what you said that low was. So it's right around 390.
The same thing. Like, check it out. Got that breakdown here right there, break up. And, I mean, we could come down here and rip up. We could come down here and push up. I mean, we may even take this low out. Who knows? I would need to get a little bit more confirmation for me, just me personally, to put my money into it. You know what I'm saying?
No problem. Appreciate it. I don't want to tie anybody up. The reversal arrow thing, I've been using it. I know you said if it repaints, it's not a good one, but if it does.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. It never repaints because you have to wait for the candle to close.
No, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. You always take it the next candle after you said, or wait for it to close, then take the next one. Correct?
I mean, ideally, if you wait for the candle to close or take the next candles open, it's exactly the same price.
Yeah, no
Because if
problem.
you wait for this candle to close, you're taking it there or you're taking it there. It's exactly the same price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no problem. Because I always get a buy on the thing with it. and the reversal,
That's
and
really
that's like
strong.
a strong. That's what I was gonna say. It's really strong, and I'm like, look, 400 ticks. I'm like, I got out of 100 ticks, but I hit my goal, so I'm out. You know,
I'm
what I
gonna
mean,
have to
that
stop. I'm gonna have
rules.
to stop sharing stuff with you because you draining my cash well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I go to all the class and I show up. I'm not
Hey,
saying I did it, and
I'm
I
just
ask
playing with you.
questions. I'm sorry.
I love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I love to
All right,
hear
I
it.
don't want to tie anybody else up. My bad.
Nah,
All
you good, bro. I mean, hey, we do the AMA now. You can ask us anything we hear on the call. So fire away if anybody. Who else got something?
I got
Yeah, so
one more for you, Brendan.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, so what I noticed is I did a few tests, and when you get into an option trade over the period of a time over the candles, it starts to lose or run away from the value. So what is that time like in your professional opinion? How many candles should you start being worried about if it starts pushing sideways or is going up very slow or down very slow before you need to make some kind of move?
All right, let me ask you this. Let me reverse it on you. What time frame are you trading on?
It's been 5 minutes, 1 minute, or 15.
Gotcha. So, are you taking same day expiration? You taking weeklies? What are you trading?
Yeah, it's like in the morning times with that SPY. So it's usually,
Sure.
the same 0 day.
Yeah, me too. All right, so that's perfect. So, all right, so like right here, let's just say theoretically, we take I mean this isn't a good example, but let's just say we take calls right here, even though we wouldn't, but let's just say we take calls, right? So, I mean, realistically, if you take a same day expiration, you're really not going to get burnt by time decay if you're in a trade for like 30 minutes to an hour or an hour or less, right? Time decay doesn't really kick into a same day expiration until really about like 11:30 or 12, and that's really when it starts crushing. But now think of it like this: even if you took a trade, right? So, and all that means is this right here. To give you an example, let me try to make my charts a little bit bigger. So if you took a trade right here and the contracts are $4, right? When at 12 o'clock and we get this put trade right here in the stop out, that put trade, right? Say we took a put right here, it might be $4, but over here it might be it's not gonna be, it might be, we'll say $3. So even though the put trade fell down and then popped back up, when you take a same day expiration and you take a put trade here and you get that gnarly retracement, when price comes back down, back to your break even, you're still going to be losing because it just went against you $2.50. And that's really when time decay and option decay really hurts you when the trade goes against you. I want to say like I'll call it a gnarly move. You know what I'm saying? So in that example, like these contracts down here might be $3, even though the put trade here was a 4. It might cost 3 right there, but once a trade starts going in your favor, it really doesn't matter. You just don't want to get into a situation where like this right here, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. When you're in a trade like this and you're trading sideways, you're going to see, even though you entered your put right there, you're going to see your option value start going down just a little bit. I
Yeah,
mean, here you're going to see it go down a lot because it's actually at 2:30 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
got it. That's what I'm talking about. So like when even though it's still pushing down, it's pushing down very slowly. So I start seeing like the value that I was getting up out of it just shrinking.
Yeah. Yep. So if you don't like that and it bothers you, take the next day and you won't even have to worry about that.
Got it. For sure.
The problem is this though. When you take next day, boss, like if you take same day, this is the problem. If you take your put right here and that's your stop out and you sell out right there, you might make 200%, right? Now, if you take following day, right, and your stop out right here might be 40%. But if you take the next day contract, this winner might only be 40%, but your stop out up here would be 20%. Get what I'm saying? So you don't ever make near as much as a 0 day expiration, but it's a lot safer. So it's a double-edged sword. Do you like the safe aspect of it, or do you want the crazy returns? Me and Mike in the WhatsApp group, you guys should all be in there. If you're not, just shoot me a message. We'll put you in. We call out our SPX trades every single morning, and we take same day because typically we can see 50 to 100% return on a small little move. Like let's go back to SPX real quick. And we go to a 5-minute chart, right? Like today, I took puts today. I called the puts like about right here. This move right here doesn't look like a big move, but you know how much of an ROI that was? That was about 110% ROI taking this AI Lotto low put. You get what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me in 10 minutes you would have taken that? Now, if you didn't sell out right there because say you're greedy and you wanted 1,000% up here and price come back down, you're not going to be up 200 or 300% here on the same day because it went against you. Like think about it, it went against you almost 20 points, right, or 15 points. You're going to see 110% probably way down here. Get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that's clear.
So you got to think about that, and not a lot of people know that, but that's why we ask questions and open up a can of worms because then that's how we all learn things. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Now the same trade, if you take Amazon or Tesla and they have weeklies and you trade them on a Monday or Tuesday, I only make freaking 13 to 15%, but on a Thursday and Friday, I make 75% on the same exact move. You get what I'm saying? Because the less amount of time you have, the riskier it is. So therefore, the riskier it is, the higher percentage you have to make. Follow me?
Yep, got it.
All right. Hey, Darren, you up. I saw you come off and then come back on. Hey, fire away, boss.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of questions. So, like, are you trading? Are you trading mostly? 'Cause, I mean, there's a number of things, but like, can you explain? There's a lot of arrow indicators, right? So like, you got the buy and sell, the green and red arrows, and then like the reason I was asking because I don't have this indicator, so like I'm looking at it like I'm missing a bunch of information, but I'm also not really understanding it. So like, for example, when you look at that on your screen, right about let's see, right about 9:30 a.m., you have that first red arrow. Yeah, so like on that when that candle closes, like does that arrow show up when the previous candle closes or when that one closes?
When this one closes,
Okay, so that one closes, and that would typically be it's telling you to
you would
take a
take your
put,
put right here where my candle's at.
Okay.
I mean, but that's not a signal. Even though it's a reversal arrow, I wouldn't take that trade because you're going against the trend. But let's just say you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because well, you said you're going against the trend because your that
Candles
green
are green.
the green the green that's what I'm not like getting. Like you're looking at like the arrow's telling you to do one thing, but there's another data point that you're tracking that I'm not following.
Yeah. So this is what I tell people, right? Since you're just starting back out, the things I just shown you is a scalping aspect, right? So I'm trying to be in the trades 2 minutes to 10 minutes, and I want to be done and be out. The reason why is because what I want to say. When I started trading when Trump was in office in 2016. And there was a lot of times in 2017 and 2018, in my rookie days, Trump would send a tweet out and he would push the market one way or another. And I'd be up in a trade 30, 40, 50% and end up taking a 50 or 60% loss. So then it kind of like traumatized me in a sense. So my philosophy and what I share and call out in the room, and that's why I can't call it out in the Discord because you got to hear us vocally, are quicker scalps. The reason why is because I can take the trade and in 2 or 3 minutes I could put a stop in place and be totally risk free and walk away. Right now, if I want to take a trade that's much longer, right, and the same thing that you might hear like Jamar, he takes a trade, he might be in the trade and plan to be in it for 1 hour to 16 hours, where he'll look for a day trading entry, but he turns into a swing trade, right? The only way that I would do that is if I would take a reversal arrow, like I would do something like this, where if I'm looking to get into a swing trade, I can do that. But what this is just meant for the day trading side, tuning into tomorrow. But what I'm getting at is if you want to set yourself up for success, you're going to get overwhelmed with every single thing that I have. So I would really recommend for you to focus on the Trendbox Pro and taking the floor and ceiling breaks. And you do that, and you prove to me that you could take it successfully for a week or 2 weeks. Then we could add in another system and learn, because each different technique has a slightly different set of rules. So when you come in and say, what are you doing this? What are you doing for that? How do you do this and that? It's going to throw you in a curve and I don't want it to hinder your curve. You get what I'm saying? So if you're looking to day trade, this is a little bit more relaxed setting when you take the floor and ceiling, because we're in the trades for 5 minutes to 30 minutes, give or take, because here's your entry, there's your stop out, right up there, and here's your going risk free. So this trade is 15, 30. That's a 45-minute trade right there. You know what I'm saying? A little bit slower pace, and it's a way for you to continuously make profits using the scoreboard that we have. You follow me?
Yeah, no, I like that. I like being in trades. I was explaining this to Jamar. Like when I get in these like swing trades, I start sitting in front of the chart the whole darn day, and I could be down. You know, like he called that a TSM trade, and you know TSM, he's in it for like 3 weeks. So the contract, the option's not expiring until mid to late September, right? But you know you're going to be up and down. You could be up a bunch, you could be down a bunch, and so for me, like I like the shorter stuff. I'm like there's some swings I would take, and just I have to get over like watching it, right? So I like the short term stuff where I could jump in for 15 minutes to an hour and just be done for the day. Like to me,
Gotcha. So
just
I'm going to tell you this, right? If you focus and listen to the stocks I tell you to trade, right? And there's classes that teach you exactly how to do it. Once again, all I'm doing is I'm coming here to the scoreboard, right, on the hour time frame, and I'm gonna wait for it to load up. So like, let's say we're all coming to trade tomorrow. I would say, all right, you see how Google and Tesla have strong sells, and you see JPM as a strong buy, and you see Baba's not going to Friday, but you see Visa. I would say tomorrow we're going to take ceiling breaks only on Visa and JPM, and we're going to take floor breaks only on Tesla and Google. I'm telling you, if you do that and you trade that for the week, you're not overwhelming yourself. But more importantly, at the end of the week, if your account has grown, you're happy, and that's all it is. So, say you want to swing trade, we tell people to come into and swing trade your weekly income plays. Why? Because check it out. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks each month, right? And you put in $500, and our average winner will say is 50%, and our average loser will say 75%, right? If you trade week 1 on a swing trade, you come in on Friday, take it. We're looking to get profits Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday the following week, right? And if you could stay dedicated to that swing plan, like you're going to make money. The same way with the floor and ceiling Trendbox Pro, you're going to make money. The thing why people fail is because they try to bounce all over and try to do everything, right? So you want to swing trade and you want to day trade. Highly recommend taking the floor and ceiling trades. I'll help you out. I do it just to help everybody out. Or like I said, you can attend the calls and we trade live every single morning, so you could hear when we're taking the trades, right? There's simply about 20 to 30 of us that hop on every single morning, and it might get overwhelming, but just pay attention to the stocks that I'm sharing with you. There's no secret to it. The secret is what you're seeing on my screen. I'm just like a robot. I do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't care what news comes out. I don't care this or that. If it breaks the floor for Tesla and Google, I'm taking a floor break because I know it is an insanely stupid high probability for me to get a winning trade out of that, right? Now, same thing for the swing trades, right? Same exact thing. Week 1, say you make your 50%. Week 2, say you lose your 75%. Oh, Brandon, I thought you win every single week. We as traders don't win every single week, right? Some people were upset that I took a loss on CAT today. Well, guess what? We also won on SPY and we won on NVIDIA. We did lose on CAT, or I lost on CAT, but guess what? I'm going to say 67% win rate because I don't like 66.6. So 67% win rate. Guess what? We're still net green. And that's what matters the most. Don't get caught up in the percents, right? All right. So then the next week, right? You come in here and week 3, guess what? You win your 50%. Week 4, you win your 50%. At the end of the month, you use $500. You made 50, 100, 150. You made about what? 75% ROI. You just on this technique, you've been made your mastermind subscription with some day trade sprinkled in. But with $500, like if you trade with $1,000, you're going to make your subscription every single month. I mean, but the thing is like you've got to stay consistent and using the same amount of risk. Don't come in and trade 1 week with 10 grand and the second week with $1,000, because if you lose the 10 grand, you got to trade the next week with 10 grand. So I'd rather you start off light so that the next week, if we lose, then we could trade another contract on it and be good. You follow me? Brandon, I like your philosophy. Day trade. Yeah, this is what I say. Day trade for income, swing trade to help grow the accounts, use the profits of both to pay the bills, and number 3, buy stocks for the retirement income. Michael Williams, you got it, bro. But Darren, does that help keep you guided then?
Yeah, I mean, like I don't have all the same indicators, so however I get the like whatever's simple. Like I want to keep it simple because like you said, you made a good point. There's a lot of information, and I'm not going to read it all. So if it's something that I can start with, that's going to say, hey, like just trade within these. I'm happy to join the.
I'm going to
the
send you this right here. Look, you have the Trendbox Pro with the probabilities.
No, I don't have it.
I'm going to send it to you. As soon as we get off the call, shoot me a message. I'll send it to you. Give me your TradingView username. I'll unlock you. And tomorrow you can visually see it for yourself.
Where do you want messages? Messenger, Discord, WhatsApp? Like
just you do it to the post office, send it through the mail.
Brandon, set him up right now while you on the call. We just add him to the script right now.
All right, what's your thing?
I put it in the chat.
All right, here. I'm gonna give you the link. That's not right. Let me. It's gonna be messed up. Let me see here. Hold on. We got Trendbox. All right, right here. I'm gonna put this in the box so that there's no error. And I see your TradingView username. You can see it for yourself.
Everybody on this call, mastermind call.
What?
Brandon? Everybody on this call, mastermind.
Yeah.
No, not everybody.
All right, so
I don't think.
give us a link.
The link's in the box right now, and then just give me your username. And then I'll unlock you right now. What the? Oh, there we go. All right, you good, Darren?
Thank you.
Yep. If anybody else needs it right now, give me your usernames. Nikki, you in the mastermind, right? Nikki J? All right, you good then. Yep. All right, Susan, I got you too. You're in the mastermind, right? There you go. Yes, there you go. Now you can be shaking and baking. Just don't trade my cash cow because I want my money. I'm just kidding with you. All right. What else you got, Darren? Are you good?
Yeah, the live call and the WhatsApp channels. So how do we get access to all those?
All right. We'll send you an invite. That's how you get it.
Sweet.
Let me see. Jamari, you put it in the chat?
What the live call?
Now the live call is this Zoom. The Zoom link that I posted there, that's the live call link.
Okay, so same link.
Yep, same
Stay
link.
static.
Yep.
Okay.
Same link. And the WhatsApp chats.
I can hit you up after this because I'm getting some access there to that script. I get the link, but it says it won't load because it's invite only.
Nah, so refresh.
Yeah, you gotta refresh it.
Come back in because it needs to. It doesn't put it in memory right away unless you open it back up. TradingView. So close your screen down, open it back up.
All right.
Sometimes you have to log out and log back in, but
yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just be safe.
All right, hey, you got anything, Jamar? You want to add to this or what? We live.
No, I mean, I think if we have the scoreboard, the class you did on the scoreboard, and the swing master, we can send them those 2 loops as well, so they'll have that they can reference when they have these scripts, and I think that's a good thing that each class you go to, each trader trades. Like on Brandon Call, his trade is not that long. So for guys that want to be in and out to trade and make their money in 10, 15 minutes, that's why Brandon, a lot of his alerts aren't in because they're doing it live in real time. So if you're in a mastermind, and you trade with Brandon, you probably want to be on the calls live every morning. And then also, whatever you trade, you could trade, XYZ. It's the same philosophy on this ceiling and floor. And so like today, the market kept moving down in direction. So having that XPX, if you put a stop in, you could have let it ride pretty much, it rolled down the entire day. So the XPX, a $200 trade turns into like 2,000-3,000. But Brandon, he gets
dinner
out
on
of it.
Jamar tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I said dinner on Jamar tonight, baby. Let's go.
Nah, well, you guys were in, but you guys got out because normally you're in a trade 5-10 minutes, and so I think you took profits a lot earlier, right?
Yeah, now I got I think 50, 51 or 52%. I ain't mad, but I missed a lot.
So I tell guys Brandon, if he trades 2 or 3 contracts, or he trades 5, he should never just sell them all out. But I can't get Brandon to stop that. He sells them all out. If you leave one runner, if you do 2 contracts, one of the rules is that, I'll take profit on one, and then the other just put a stop where you at, so you don't lose any money on the second one. And this way you can stay in the trade a lot longer and you'll make a lot more money because I think, Brandon trades, for him, he stops out and trailing stop on all his contracts. So, it's a strategy.
I let one ride and I did it for a little bit, and then we went on a week straight where I got stopped out of my runner, and then I was like, now I missed out on that profits. And then go figure, the last 2 days, Jamar said, bro, them contracts ran, and I'm having a good dinner tonight. I said, all right, I hear you.
So, for me, I like to stay in the trades longer, but this strategy here will keep you safer, right? Because you either get stopped out and then the trailing stops, that's a skill. So, I think Brandon, he uses the trailing stops. So, you really have to learn the strategy because you can't, in real time, it's hard to trade when the moves are moving 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You got to have that rule in place. Hey, when I get in the trade, put a stop in because the option contracts, they do move fast. So those loans will be good for, some of the guys that's using it. So this way, I would advise trading with paper money for like the first week. So you can actually just follow along on the calls. Because Brandon, he'll have eight options up. And like he said, he'll be looking at 2 or 3 things. Then once he takes it, he may be in the trade for 3, 4, 5 minutes and it's done. 50%, 100%.
And I got a rule. If my first 2 trades a winner, I am done for the day. You know why? Because with the 100% win rate, the market's not going to take that away from me. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Hey, on that, on what you got on the screen there with Google. So, I'm looking at that buy box, so you see on the 22nd, you got that green box. When it breaks that line at the bottom there, that sell, is that when you're like, are you taking entry as a put right there out of the box?
All
or
right,
are you
now listen, right now, this is not to confuse you.
Yeah.
The floor and ceiling strategy is all this right here, nothing else. This right here, the sell you're talking about, is a different strategy, which is just Swing Master Pro by itself. Then you got the reversal arrows that we just talked about, is a completely different technique and strategy to get you into the trade. So I don't want to confuse you and have you watching 18 different things because you're just starting back up, and I've been doing this for 8 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So in that, I mean, if you're looking at this, like if you're only trading in that box.
So you would take it right here. You would take your sell right here as soon as it broke. Your stop out would be a close above this midline or a close or a break above the other side. This is your aggressive stop. This would be your conservative stop. All you're doing is you're waiting for it to get close to this purple line, and you're going risk-free in a trail stop. That's all you're doing.
Let's show them the downside. Let's look at Cat on this same chart right here, and we'll see how Cat did today. And this is a part of the trade that it goes wrong.
All right, so right here, we were trading Cat today. It broke the floor right there, and you would have taken your entry there, and you should have been risk-free in your first 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, you'd have taken your money. Now, if you come all the way back up here and broke the ceiling, which I don't advise to do because I like to take the first one, you would take your ceiling break right here, and you would either cut it right here because we closed below the midline, or if we broke right there, that's where you would cut your loss. So if you took 2 trades on Cat, you'd be 1-1. Now, if you look at Cat on the previous day, this right here, this is a worst case scenario type deal, which it does happen, and that's why we use risk management. You'd have taken your put right here. Did we get close to this purple line there?
Nope.
All right. Did we close above this line right there?
Yep.
So you want to cut it for right there for a loss? Guess what? You don't ever get nothing else.
So this is the worst case scenario when the market doesn't make it clear. This trade didn't make a clear break any direction. And so, this is the part of the trade that guys will be like, man, I did everything and I followed it and I still lost.
Here's a horrible week right here, right? We're going to put H on the chart for horrible, right? Monday, we didn't break the ceiling or floor, so you got no trade. Tuesday, we broke the floor here. We got close to our line. You got a winner. Wednesday, broke the floor. Guess what? You got a loser. Thursday, we broke the floor. You got a winner if you took the first trade. Look here. If you watch the Cat all week long, you had a no trade day. You had a loser and 2 winners, and you're very small for the week.
So, Brandon, let's look at something like Walmart now. The same trade. Using the same strategy.
Jamar, real quick on that last one, that last trade for Cat, when it gets close to the purple line, are you, Brandon, are you staying in that trade and you are exiting manually? Like you don't have a take profit set on your contract.
Nope, I'm going in the trail stop.
So this right here would frustrate any trader because like it happens so fast that a lot of times, a new trader is going to mess this up because it.
What do you mean? Like right here, you're saying?
All of them, the long tail wicks, it went down too fast.
So I mean, this one I would argue differently because 15, 30, 40, you have 60 minutes to be taking profits and it hit it 4 times. You know what I'm saying?
Right on that first one.
Yeah, on the first one.
Yeah,
but this is a crappy day. It's choppy, crabby.
Right. So show them something like Walmart real quick. I just want to show them that, based on what you trade, you're going to have, some of these broke above. This actually it was a bad example, but it broke on the first one down there, the third day to your left, or you can go to Baba or something like that. But
like right here's a horrible day. We broke and then it trades sideways. So here's a bad example, right? Here you take your call right there. Did we get close to our purple line? No. And now look, we're trading sideways. So at some point, you're going to have to learn to cut the trade. And my rule of thumb is if I take this trade right here and it doesn't stop me out, I'm not holding it all day long. At 12 noon Eastern time, I'm cutting the trade no matter what.
Yeah, so like you said, you're trail stopping, but like you're moving your.
No, I'm not. It's a closing order. So you come here to your positions, right? And I think I'm holding one position in this account left, Beto. This is what I'm doing right here. So you see how your positions tabs right there? Like I'm in a trade where it says position POS.
Yeah.
The second I take the trade, I immediately come in here and press create closing order. And once I press create closing order, I'm then coming over here and changing this to a trail stop. You see the trail stop right there.
Yeah, no, I get that, but you're trail stopping on the profit, not on the risk management.
Yeah, you're trail stopping at the profit. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
because if it hits a stop, and closes below, you got to manually close it.
Okay. So if it hits your like your safety stop, then you got to manually close it. Otherwise, it's going to take profit for you automatically.
As day trading, you're not going to walk away from your screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. We were talking about the ceiling and floor on Cat. All right, hold on. I thought we were talking about the weekly income play for Cat. Yeah, we cut that today, Mike. You didn't get the alert, Mr. Williams?
No, I didn't get it.
All right. Hey, so just for the future reference, anytime we take a weekly hit list play, that was actually Tuesday's class. I want you to rewatch it. I believe it was this Tuesday. If not, it's one of the Tuesdays. Weekly hit list stocks or the weekly income. I'm sorry, not weekly hit list. My bad. Weekly income plays. Every Friday we post out. If it does not push in profits and you are still holding it, you need to close it before Thursday's closing bell. Just for the future.
Got it. I remember I thought it was Wednesday and I had asked that in the chat, but I got it now.
Yes, sir. So you got that. Jamar answered it in the box. And this week, like, now let's go back to Cat real quick. I mean, if everything did what Cat did this week, look what Cat did. For the last 5 days, we took it right here on this day. We sold it right there. How do you expect to win when we traded this way for 4 days in a row? We didn't get nothing. Cat was supposed to move based on the option flow. Cat was supposed to move down here to 330. We're up here to 352. It never happened. But you know what it says? Contraction leads to expansion. So I'm going to be playing this next week because I can't say no way, but typically you're going to get something like this where you take it here and it pushes up. Like that's a 20-point move. That's where we make our money. It can't trade sideways forever. Yeah, it moves $9 a day. And we've been getting what? Monday, 43, that's a $2 move. This day, 46, 41, that's a $5 move. That's a $4 move. That's a $4 move. So our ATR, our average true range, it hasn't even been getting half of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is a very rare occurrence, and that's a prime example of why we always preach risk management, because we prep to lose 1 week of the month, and we expect to win 3 weeks. Now get this. The last 3 months, we've been green every single week. You get what I'm saying? So then we come into today, this week, we lost 1 trade, but we still finished the week green. You get what I'm saying? And that's all that matters. Hey, we got any other questions? Let me know if you have any other questions. Anybody want to say anything? If not, then hey, I'll give you back your night. Going once, going twice is your time to shine. Anything? Yeah, so you guys do me a favor. If you got value from this and you see how we're going to trade live and make money tomorrow, give me a DCG in the box. You guys are rock stars. All right, there it is. I see some DCGs rolling in the box. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Let's make some money together. Let's keep doing what we're doing. And if you ever have questions, comments, or concerns, never hesitate to reach out into the Discord, tag me, and we get it rolling. So appreciate you guys. I'm going to give you back your night. You also have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.